Hi guys, hope you are all keeping well. So we are making peanut and oats punch, and we're using this blender, a basic blender today. We're not using the NutriBullet, not for this particular punch. Now here's a few ingredients. We've got our oats, okay, and what we've done is put a portion in this cup. Yes, it's more of a half a cup, so I would say it's about 120 to 150 grams of oats, which I shall be using. And then you've got your vanilla essence, or you can use vanilla extract, or you can actually scrape the vanilla pod, which will be more preferable. We've got nutmeg. Now, I don't know about you, but I enjoy the aroma of the nutmeg, okay? We are using the condensed milk, and again, for extra calories, we're using the nourishment, okay? Now, this is a high calorie count punch, so if you want to put on a bit of weight, or if you have lost your appetite, it is a good substitute. Again, if you are doing the gym and you want to build the protein for the muscle, this is a good punch for that purpose. Right, and you're going to need mixed spice. We're using ground mixed spice. The brand I've gone for is Pegasus. However, you can use the basic supermarket ground mixed spice. However, these smell totally different. The aroma, this is more mild, okay? The Sainsbury's brand is more mild. However, the Pegasus, potent. Now, in this jug, we've got our peanuts that has been soaking. I've only needed to soak this for a few hours. However, if you are using a more harsh nuts, such as cola nuts, so it may require you to soak the nuts for a 24-hour period overnight. However, if you're using the basic nuts, such as KP nuts, England's finest, you only need to soak them for a few hours, and that's what I've done. I strained off the water a couple of times just to rinse off the salt content. So what we're going to do is just pour it off and strain it off. So be with me whilst I grab the strainer. Lovely. So we're just using one of this at the moment, and we're just going to strain it off. I don't want any of the peanuts to fall into the sink. So we're going to use this as a precaution. It makes life a lot more easier. We've got our mineral water, which we're going to use as a liquid base. So we're going to go ahead and just pour our nuts in to the blender. And then we'll add the mineral water to just collect the remaining few nuts. At this point, we're only just adding a low quantity of water. Again, possibly about 150. We're gonna begin by pulsing. And what that does, it just immediately starts to chop down the nuts. As you can see, the consistency is starting to thicken up, so we're gonna go and put it on. First setting. And as you can see, it's getting very creamy. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to test the consistency. We don't want it too thick. We don't want it too watery either. Okay, creamy, but a bit grainy. So we're going to continue. Okay, so at this point, we're going to add some water. At this point, we're going to now add our oats. half at a time. Now with this punch, you're going to be tasting step by step throughout the process. Okay, because as some of you know, when you're working with oats, you have to ensure the liquid ingredients are cold, not room temperature, cold, because it can get slimy if you've got the consistency wrong. Okay. Now the reason why it's requiring a lot of blending is quite possibly I should have soaked the nuts overnight. It would make it more softer. Blend it. So at this point, what we are going to do is slowly start adding the other ingredients. The vanilla nourishment. So just wipe off the top. Like so. Straight in. Marvelous. And you know my rule, clean as you go. Bear with me. Okay, I like a clean surface. So we've added the vanilla nourishment. Time to taste. At this point, we're going to sweeten it with the sweet milk. The reason why I add the nourishment first, because the nourishment contains sugar. You don't want to overdo it. It is easier to add than to take away. So we add these items in stages. So we're starting off with 1/4 of the sweet milk. In addition to that, we're going to go right ahead and grate the fresh nutmeg. Now don't be shy with the nutmeg, it's all about the flavour. Don't overdo it either, turn out bitter. Everything's about getting the right balance, as well as the right consistency. Okay, now some of you may know why I prefer the NutriBullet. It is less noisy. The blender, the motor, it just quite drilling indeed. Tell me what you think. I haven't finished. Thumbs up? Yeah? Okay. We're adding more nutmeg. Now at this point we're going to boost it with a cupful, call it teaspoon of vanilla. It makes all the difference because the oats really do absorb a lot of flavour. Alright, we're almost there. We're now going to use a bit of the Pegasus mixed spice. Now this has got ground cinnamon, cloves, that sort of ingredients in there. Okay. Around a teaspoon. Now we just want to add a little bit more sweetener. Remember, you can add, but you can't take away. Perfect. Only, I'm going to have to pour out my beautiful goddaughter, well, one of them anyway, who's here with me, and her mom. Shout out to my camera lady and my princess, yeah. So Auntie's going to pour yours out, and then we're going to get really creative with one of Jamaica's finest ingredients, okay? Now, just a moment. I'm first going to make her mummy try, and then I'm going to give Madam this. And it's always important to separate the punch that is for the children and the punch for the grown-ups. And please, if you do make this particular punch for guests, always remember to ask them if they have any nut allergy. All right, when in doubt, leave it out, okay? Worst case scenario, have some anti-allergy on standby, okay? Most important, always check, are they allergic before you offer. Are you allergic, sis?
No.
No? All right, here you go.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me grab the bottle. You can taste the oats very strongly, isn't it? Yeah, I think it still needs a little bit more nutmeg. No, it doesn't need anything?
No.
All right, so, as I said, take out the children's first, beforehand. I don't want to leave little man out. I'm going to have to take out a little bit for my little man. Okay, no favoritism going on, all right? So, the reason why I have shared the children's out of the way first, because as I said, we're going to add Jamaica's unique ingredients. Ta-da, Mr. Ray Nephew. Now, not only is for medicinal purposes, it's also for preservative, because I find a little bit of Ray Nephew white rum actually preserves it, because this is extremely milky. It's got the oats and the nourishment as well as the sweet milk. So this allows it to last longer. Most of these types of drinks has to be consumed within 48 hours or 72 at most. That's 3 days maximum. However, with this preservative, you can keep it up to 5 days, you see? So it has its benefits. Now we're going to tread carefully with this, okay? Because although it's for adults, bear in mind again, if somebody comes for a visit, take note if they're driving and so forth, and do let them know, okay? Right, so we're putting 2 caps. We're going to blend and set it up in the mixture. But some of you did guess it was going to be a bit of this, because as I've confessed before, I'm quite naughty. slightly defiant, but in a good way, you know. Tiny little tips again. Okay, so as you can see, just literally a tiny. Perfect. There's another adult in the house, so her palate is going to have to be the decider on this one. It's the difference. Right, nice. Okay, so that's about it really, isn't it? Unless, I know it's got a little bit of, you can taste the peanuts, you can taste the oats and all of that, but I like it like that because it's a bit nutritious. You feel like you're having a food-based drink. Okay, so I'm not gonna blend it any further. I'm going to transport it into the Highland Spring bottle, which is a 750ml bottle. You know, I normally use the 500ml or the 350, but we're going with the 750. And if you did want it extra velvety and extra smooth, I will suggest running it through the strainer or using the cheesecloth type material. That too works just as well. So yes guys, this is all there is to it. Peanut and oats punch with a little kick of Jamaican's finest ready for you, okay? See you on the next juice video. Bye for now.